all about what's going on there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Shaaber with Impacto Youth. I don't have any swag, sorry. So you're out of luck there. Let me make sure I've got this on. So I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Impacto Youth this morning. This is really, I was looking at this slideshow yesterday and I thought, well, I could take up the entire session with everything we're doing. So please keep in mind this is sort of the cliff notes of Impacto Youth, but we wanted to really give you some overview of everything that we're doing and what it is that we're looking to achieve and who we're looking to partner with and all that good stuff. So Impacto Youth, we're a local nonprofit, and our mission is to advance and improve the lives of socially and economically disadvantaged youth in our local area. We focus primarily on youth in Prince William County, Manassas, and Manassas Park. We are really looking, like it says right there, strive to close the gaps between opportunity and achievement. We really want to empower students to take that next step, be it in their career, in their education. What is it that the students need in our local community? Just a quick background, Impacto Youth was founded in 2013 by Jackie Krick over there, and I've been on board for almost a year now, which I'm just thrilled to be a part of this. This is something I personally am very passionate about, helping youth and being in the schools, and just everything that we're doing is a pleasure every day to come to work, and so I can't beat it. So we have partnerships with some of the following organizations, and as you can see, obviously the Spark is highly important. The school divisions, we just added Manassas Park, and Dr. Bergeron, she left. Manassas Park High School, we're working with them on their collaborations that they're trying to do with students. And they have a very interesting take on what they're doing to empower students of a certain demographic in their school system. And it's just remarkable to see the support that all of the school systems are trying to give these kids, and to be able to partner with them as a nonprofit and go in and ask them what their needs are and do programming is something that we're very, very proud of and pleased to do. We're part of the Manassas Public Schools Education Foundation. I sit on that board. That's exciting. Last night they had a Strong for Education event, which was amazing. So there's just some really great initiatives that we're doing. Leadership Prince William obviously is a big one for us. I'm a graduate of Leadership Prince William, and I think half the room probably is as well. I see so many people. We send students, we identify lower income students that wouldn't necessarily be able to go to their youth academy that they do in the summertime. And we have sent 2 students last year from Manassas Park Community Center. They were in the Leaders in Training program, and these students went off to the Leadership Prince William program, and after the 2 weeks, they just loved it. It was amazing, and they really changed, and they, it really gave them that self-confidence to be leaders, and they didn't really know that they were leaders. So we have a lot of amazing partnerships as far as that goes. One of our big outreach initiatives that we've done last year, we funded robotics flooring, either co-funded or funded robotics flooring in Prince William County schools. And our outreach was all the robotics students in Prince William County, Manassas, and Manassas Park. We funded one of the travel floors, and that was the one that goes into, I guess, a big trailer, Denise said, a big trailer. And any school that doesn't have, it's a Title I or low-income school, or that funding needs to go somewhere else, that trailer can go to that school, and the students can actually participate on an actual robotics floor. And if you've never been to a robotics tournament or competition, go. It's absolutely fantastic. The first time I went to one, Denise Carroll invited me last year, and I pulled up to the school, and I'm like, God, I must be in the wrong place. There's so many people here. And it was craziness. And it was just wonderful to see the kids sitting there and just, they're coding and they're programming, and I'm just blown away by the ability of these kids. So one of our, I'll show you just this picture, we were just at Parkside Middle. That was one of the identified schools that we said, okay, we really want to help these students out. They don't have a floor. We're going to go, and we're going to see what they need. And they obviously needed a floor. And I didn't know anything about robotics. I didn't know that every year there are different, the flooring stays the same, but there are different initiatives. So that they've got to build different robots every single year. It's fascinating. So anyway, we got one of those floors in there. They invited me a couple weeks ago to go and see what they were doing. And they have never been to states, they've never been to worlds, and they haven't won much. Because they've had this floor in their school for the past year, almost a year I think, they qualified on points challenge to go to states, and 3 students are going to worlds on their team. So I was just tickled pink. It was really, really awesome. And the kids are sitting there, and I talked to one of the young men there. We've got some just incredible talent in these school systems. And he was sitting there, I said, well, what are you doing? He goes, programming. I went, okay. Go. So it just was really, and it was nice to see there are females in there. We were talking about the Women in IT initiative that we are also very, very passionate about. A lot of females in robotics too. So that's something that we were really excited to see. So anyway, that's our little guys there. We are also really focusing on a critical piece I think that we really need in Prince William County, Manassas and Manassas Park is that workforce development piece. We're partnering with Manassas City Schools, right over there, with the Governor's STEM Academy. We have just finished a 9-week business academy at the Centerfuse Co Working Space in Old Town Manassas. And students from Osbourn High School came up for 9 weeks, and the snow was not cooperating and the weather was not cooperating, so we had to kind of shuffle some things around. And they finished a 9-week course just last week. And the students had speakers and activities in the areas of business finance, entrepreneurship, law, I can't think of them all, soft skills, which I think is a very critical piece that our students are missing nowadays, soft skills. And we did this entire program along with the Governor's STEM Academy at Manassas City Schools at Osbourn High School. And the students came to the Centerfuse, and that was just one of our initiatives. The Business Academy, I jumped ahead right there. So we were just thrilled to be a part of that. There are some other field trips and entrepreneur pieces that we're going to add to that and really talk to the students and see what it is that they want to do. A lot of them are thinking, well, I have to go to a 4-year college. Well, no, you can go to Nova and then you can move on, or you can get a certification in IT, or you can, we really wanted to give them that feel, that real world experience. And that's something that we've talked about quite a bit, that real world feel. We talked to all of the students, all of our presenters and facilitators, pretty much all of them have either changed their career path drastically 2 or 3 times. And they needed to hear that, and they really enjoyed that piece of it. I said, well, I have a degree in something completely different, they're really surprised. And we had one of the vice presidents of M&T Bank came in, and she said, well, I couldn't go to school, I was poor. And they said, well, how'd you end up a VP of M&T Bank? And she said, I played softball. And they were like, oh, so it's just kind of getting that thought process, getting them thinking about what it is they want to go, where their career path is going to lead them. And we actually had a parent yesterday come to us and say, I don't know what you guys did, but it was great because he's thinking about what he wants to do. So we'll just touch on that briefly. Just some of the things that we are thinking, we're all centered on providing access to opportunities that really are going to positively influence these kids. We did the 9-week Impacto Youth Business Academy. We're working with Graham Park Middle School on a parent camp series and identifying parents to come in and just really get that engagement piece with the parents. Because if you don't have parents engaged, sometimes it's really difficult to reach the students. We also have been invited to be on the Nova Perkins Advisory Committee, Women in IT initiative this year, which has been very eye-opening, and I've learned a lot, and it's just been a pleasure to serve on that committee as well. We've started and facilitated, along with Rotary International, leadership programs in Prince William County Schools, Manassas, and Manassas Park Schools. We have started, along with Rotary International, Lake Ridge Rotary, a Interact Club in Woodbridge High School, and that's actually up and running right now. They just got their bell, and they got, they get bell, a banner, and some other stuff, and it's just really exciting. And we went to the counselors and identified the students that wouldn't necessarily join a club, and kind of, they don't want to do the key club, they're not athletic, like who can we pull? So we specifically identified students that, this is something that would be really good for them. And now we have, I think, 12 students, and majority are females, and they're minority females, which I think is just amazing. So that's been a very, very great program for us. We also have a partnership with the Latina Empowerment Group, and one of our initiatives there is it talks to the empowerment of young Latin and Hispanic women in our community. And so that's something that we are focused on. We're going to focus first in Manassas Park High School and really go in there and empower these women to go to school, stay in school, get an education, and really, I keep saying empowerment piece, but create that opportunity and that confidence piece for them. So this is just, I like pictures, I'm a visual learner, sorry. This is the Impacto Youth Business Academy that we just finished. These are some of our students. at graduation. At graduation, we had the mayor was there, the superintendent, the deputy superintendent, everybody showed up. We had some councilmen there. It was just really wonderful to see the support of the community for these students. The facilitators would come in and they would speak to the kids. This is Heather Steele from Compton and Dooling spoke to the students and did a session with them. And then at the end, the kids, they had a viable business plan at the end of this session. And so they came up and they would do their pitch, like, you know, sell me your business. What is it that you want to do? And some of the kids, this is a true reality for them. This is truly a reality and something that they can do. They either have a family member that owns a business that they're going to take over, or this is something they want to achieve. So it was just exciting to see their little heads spinning in that robot tracks. Yeah. And the way that that they have to, I mean, you go visit them, they'll tell you all about it. It's just the way that the robot moves. So if the robot, like this robot will move differently on this carpet, but at competition, they're all on that floor. So they're at a disadvantage if they don't have the flooring. So thank you very much, everybody.